Nicole Richie, 25 years old. As we said, she became one of the girls who seemed to symbolize what it is to be rich and reckless and in trouble. She is, as you know, the daughter adopted by Lionel Richie when she was still a child, but in her teens, hitting a slide into drugs, rebellion, frighteningly thin. Her first driving under the influence arrest was in 2006. Then last December, another arrest, which seemed just one more episode in a dangerous trajectory. She pled not guilty. But sometimes clarity does come when you don't expect it. We begin with what happened that night, and she lays it out for the first time.
I was driving in Glendale. It was very late, and that's a new neighborhood for me. So I got confused, and when I was getting off of the off-ramp, instead of making a left to get on the street, I went back on the off-ramp. And I was in such shock that I just stopped the car. And in 2 seconds, police were there, and we got off the freeway.
What had you been doing?
I had smoked marijuana that night.
Just marijuana?
Just marijuana. I had Vicodin in my system from that day. I never in my head thought that could definitely play a part in your driving. Like, never did I think that.
Marijuana and Vicodin? You didn't think that?
It was hours ago. I literally thought that I was okay to drive, and I clearly wasn't. It was bad decision after bad decision after bad decision.
Yeah. But more than just bad, think of the other drivers. What about the other drivers, the other people on the road?
I'm so lucky that I didn't hurt anyone else.
Do you still take Vicodin?
No, I don't take anything now.
What's in the eyes of that girl in the mugshot?
Scared. Scared would be the core word.
Everybody wants to know, does she get it? Does she get it about putting other people's lives at risk in these incidents?
It's been a pattern in my life. When I get in trouble, I try to get out of it. Since I was little. That's
not guilty.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing from the time I was little. And I really wasn't learning anything from that. So I kept making bad decision or mistake after mistake after mistake, and I wasn't growing. I wasn't going anywhere, and I saw myself start to go down that road again with this particular situation.
But there was something new in her life, a new boyfriend, Joel Madden, confounding mix of rocker, Bible reader, tattoos of Jesus on his arm. He had to choose whether to stay and refused to be an enabler of anyone's addiction.
It would be no question. Because I don't have time for that, and at this stage in my life.
So what did you say to yourself?
I said to myself, well, you can walk away now, and it's a great time to walk away, because you have a reason. You could say, Nicole, it's been great, but this freaked me out. Or you could go with your gut, and my gut with Nicole has always been, she's a great woman.
So you decided to bet on her?
Yeah, I bet on her, yeah, exactly. And that's what I did, and I won.
As you'll hear in a moment, together they would decide to change her life and her plea. And there was another reason. Are you pregnant?
Yes, I am. We are.
And how far along?
I'm almost 4 months.
She found out with home tests, 5 of them.
It really took me a long time
for
it to sink in. I actually didn't even really believe it until I heard the heartbeat. Yeah.
They knew they wanted children, and when they called their parents, they were all overjoyed. But one remaining call to her dad, Lionel, who feared it was a call with the worst again.
Nicole, what is it now, And,
he's had phone calls before.
Many, yes.
And I said, well, and there was like a silence, and I was like, how am I going to say this? And I said, well, you're going to be a grandfather. And he was like, just silence for a minute.
He was really quiet.
What did he say?
Now you're going to get to experience everything that I have, and everything that you've done to me, it's definitely going to come back to you.
Do you know a boy or a girl?
No, we don't.
Do you want
We're going to try and hold out.
Yeah.
Try.
And you say Vicodin for pain.
I have very bad menstrual cramps.
I asked her again when we talked alone. Did she understand about that drug, Vicodin?
Yes.
That is a powerful and addictive drug.
Yes, it is, and very, very dangerous.
So you now see that as one of your enemies?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
16,000 people died from drunk driving. The last time we have a statistic. A lot of heartbreak out there.
A lot. And I don't want to be responsible for one more person.
And then, with the father of her baby urging her to take responsibility, one night they turn on the TV.
And we were actually watching the news, and they happened to be talking about drunk drivers, and
They showed pictures.
they started flashing pictures of little children that had been killed by people driving under the influence. And at that moment, I literally felt like the worst person in the world for even trying to...
It was our first real parent moment.
It was
we
our
had
first
together.
parent moment. But for even trying to get out of that situation.
So you go into the courthouse together on Friday.
Yes.
You knew jail would be coming
It was
with
always
this change
a
of
possibility.
plea. 4 days?
4 days. And
Is
I
4
think
days in jail too little?
that's not really up to me. I got the same sentence that anybody else gets on a second-time DUI.
Afraid?
Afraid of the unknown, not really afraid of jail like it's something that I can't handle, no.
She's doing what she has to do. You know, she's paying her debt to, you know, she did something and now she's got to answer for it, and that's what she's doing.
And if I could personally apologize to every single person that has lost a loved one from drunk driving, I would. And unfortunately I can't, but this is my way of paying my dues and taking responsibility and being an adult.
Can you be absolutely confident you won't do it again?
Absolutely.
How do you know?
Absolutely.
How do you know?
There's no way.
There's absolutely no way. There is no way. I can't. I could never imagine. I never took it seriously before. And as horrible as that sounds, I owe the baby my life. I owe this baby everything, and I have a responsibility now. Besides being responsible for myself, I'm now responsible for someone else. And I have to set the right examples. I have to really be someone that I would want my child to look up to. I want my child to look up to me and be proud of me, and I want to be the best parent that I can be.
By the way, Joel Madden, as much of America knows, is with the hit group Good Charlotte.